Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, seeing as though we had the Keyshawn Davis versus Edward Dos Santos fight not happening, the biggest fight of the night had to be in England with Fabio Wardley versus Justus Huni. Heavyweight fights, two undefeated heavyweights, both of which are not world renowned. But hey, in the heavyweight division, there's up and comers, and Fabio Wardley had a lot of momentum coming from England, doing well up until now. Justice Huni is probably was on no one's radar, but undefeated is undefeated in 12 fights. So we're kind of looking for that. We look at always, when you're heavyweight and undefeated, you're gonna get some attention. We're gonna start looking at you, see what you got, right? So you're looking at the fight. Now, I just want to tell you my little story. Uh, when that fight ended, the way it ended, right? I was kind of like outraged. I'm like, you know what? Let me just turn, go do something else, so I won't come on here, right, and start saying what I'm thinking on this one. Because I was at least happy for, because I was indifferent. But I'm like, well, Fabio Wardley can at least go on and do some stuff, right? I didn't really want to say what I was thinking. But while I was watching the fight, and I dozed off, missed about 2 or 3 rounds, I was like, oh, Wardley, I like he's a little bit faster than I thought. I thought Wardley was more of a plotter, and he had faster hands than I thought at the beginning, right? But I'm like, this dude here's looking good. So, and when I got back up to around 8, 9, 10, I'm like, man, shoot, Huni's throwing down. And he was reminding me of Cabial, someone that's below the radar but more awesome than you think. I'm like, man, this dude he's dominating. Damn. So I was just, becoming a little Hootie fan. I'm like, man, you dominating. Wardley got all this publicity and you dominate him. Go ahead, bro. Just gonna be a fan in a minute here. And then he gets hit with a right hand, right? now, now me, it's a few fights, I'm like, listen, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. They done called the dude goes down, right? And he's up. And they called the fight off. Now, I was outraged, so I just go and let me turn before I go in here and say something I don't want to say, because I'm just totally outraged. Let me leave this one alone, because I was kind of pissed. Because, when it comes to me, I'm still mad about, damn, I go way back to Lennox Lewis getting hit by Oliver McCall and get up, kind of just stumbling a little bit, but his hands are up, ready to fight, and they call it off. I don't like stuff like that. And then you look at Tyson Fury, who probably they should have called off, didn't. He gets up like the Undertaker and also wins the rest of the round against my boy Deontay Wilder. So you can get up, right? Now, I'm just thinking like this. Huni is the name, was dominating the fight, right? Gets hit with a right hand, a heavyweight right hand. So you're going to go down, right? But if you're up and you're dominating that fight, then he automatically, you got to at least give him some time to see if he can weather the storm and get into the end of the round, or start winning the rest of the round like a Tyson Fury did. There's a possibility, especially when you're winning the fight. Matter of fact, and not even, it wasn't a close fight. He was dominating the fight. You don't do that, because corruption is the first thing anybody's going to think. There's no way you stop that fight. Now I'm just going to say it. There's no way you stop that fight, because when someone's winning and dominating, anybody can close their eyes and get lucky and and get lucky and hit the guy. Give the guy an opportunity to get back up and see what he can do for the rest of the round. If he keeps getting hit, then okay, then you stop it. But to stop it, don't even give him 10, and he's dominating, that's different than someone getting beat up the whole time, getting beat up, and then gets knocked down real hard. And then you're like, well, that's enough, man. I don't want this guy, brain damage and stuff. But I'm dominating, beating him, right? I go back to, like I said, he was reminding me of Agit Kabayal. Then you could have stopped Agit Kabayal versus Sheila Shane. He's dominating a fight. Sheila hits him. He goes down. He gets up, slowly, but gets up. Could have stopped that fight. He didn't, and Kabial went on and hit him to the body a few times and got him up out of there, right? There's no way that Huni ain't gonna just win the rest of the round 11 and 12 and win this round this fight going away. He doesn't get the opportunity from that. That just reeks of corruption, right? There's no way that fight needs to be. I don't even like the fact that it's rematched. I don't, because I'm gonna tell you why I don't. This guy Huni comes out of nowhere, basically, right? Has a dominating performance, and now we have to talk about rematch or even a loss. And yeah, he was, grateful for the opportunity, and really was a good person after the fight. He wasn't really complaining. His promoter, I think it is John Latham, and them, they complaining, but he was just like, happy for the opportunity and showed sportsmanship. But that's just too much. Like, this guy trains, gets not short notice, but knew about the fight for about a month, goes in here, dominates someone who people are thinking is going to be all that, right? Dominates him, and gets hit with a lucky punch, where you basically got to say, or got hit with a punch, gets up, and the fight gets called off. I'd rather him get the fight, to be honest, right now. Huni gets the fight, and Wardley, you get a rematch. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would rather it. Because, I don't like the fact that this guy, anybody. Let me give you an example. People who pitch a baseball 90 miles an hour, them boys can pitch. Normal people are not hitting those balls, right? Not. So when a normal guy goes up to the plate trying to hit a ball, first of all, you're going to be scared of something coming at him at 90 miles an hour. But you can still close your eyes and hit one of those, right? Even though you're not a baseball player. Same thing with boxing. You can close your eyes and get it. It's 12 rounds. You're a boxer, you're going to probably hit him a time or two. The guy went down, got up, and I was dominating the whole fight. We're talking the scores at that point was 89 to 82 on 2 scorecards, and the other one was 88 to 83. In England, where Fabio comes from. You see what I'm saying? So, they ain't trying to give him rounds, the Huni. So he was winning by a long shot, going away. There's no way that the first time he hits the ground, he can't give him opportunity to get up. You know what I'm saying? You would have stopped a lot of fights. With another English cat fighting the other day, that wasn't right. I forget his name. Dude, another English guy is fighting super middleweight. But it doesn't matter. The bottom line is this. And much props to England anyway, because I saw another fighter, England, the crowd. I saw an American beat the English guy who was going to, fight for the title. But the American guy, actually in a close fight, barely beat him. And the American guy was a brother, wouldn't even get booed when he won the fight, a close fight. Only England could do something like that. So I want to give England props here while I'm still thinking about that. But at the end of the day, Fabio Wardley beats Huni per knockout in round 10. But I do hope that they overturn that. I hope they overturn it. But this is how far I would go. I don't want a draw or no contest or something. No. Give the damn fight to Huni as far as I'm concerned, and then let Fabio Wardley, get a rematch, because he got beat the whole damn fight. And I would rather Huni gets props and recognition for being able to do that. That's what I'm thinking about right now. That's why I didn't want to say nothing yesterday, because that's what I was thinking that when that happened. So anyway, yeah, in a nutshell, I think Justus Huni was done wrong here. What you think? Doma Sports Talk worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.